All right, y'all. Another moment, another audio note. Let's slow down for a second. Inhale and exhale. All right. Peace, family. What's good? Welcome back to the Gold Giraffe audio notes. If you're new here, what's up? If you've been rocking with me for a minute, love as always. This is just me thinking out loud. No performance, no polish, just honest, creative conversation. So this episode is kind of piggybacking off my last Substack post I made a couple days ago. Same energy, same conversation, but I just wanted to talk it through in my own voice because I think tone matters with this. I've been sitting with this idea that a lot of stuff feels mid right now. Not just music, not just art, just a lot of creative output in general. Just mid, average, same old, same old. And I don't think it's because people aren't talented. I don't think it's because people don't care. I actually think it's the opposite. I think a lot of stuff tends to feel mid because people are trying too hard. So yeah, that's the title. It's only mid because you're trying so hard. I've always felt this weird thing, like especially in my city, where average gets rewarded. Mid is safe. Mid makes sense. Mid has a lane. When something is mid, people know exactly what to do with it. They know where to book it. They know where to place it. They know how to talk about it. They know how to package it. But when something feels too great, too specific, too different, too ahead of its time, it's like it gets awkward. People don't really know where to put it. So it just kind of floats. And what I learned from that wasn't, oh, I should be more mid. What I learned was, okay, greatness usually doesn't get an immediate home. It doesn't always get instant validation. And that's important because for real, a lot of us at a point in our lives, especially if you in your 20s or 30s, you already know you nice. You already know you gifted. You already got receipts. Old projects, old hard drives, old songs, old designs, old notebooks, old clips. I mean, you've been dope for a long, long, long time. So now the pressure isn't, am I creative? Now the pressure is, how do I top myself? How do I beat my best era? How do I reach a version of myself I haven't met yet? And that pressure starts doing something funny. It turns curiosity into control. It turns play into performance. It turns exploration into expectation. And when that happens, the work usually gets tighter, safer, more predictable, less alive. Not because you lost it, but because fear shrinks imagination. Trying too hard doesn't make better art. It usually makes safer art. Cleaner, more polished, more acceptable, but also more forgettable. Think about most of the stuff you fell in love with growing up. A lot of it wasn't perfect. Some of it was mixed bad. Some of it was sloppy. Some of it was uneven, but it had spirit. It had personality. It felt like somebody. And I think a lot of folks right now are chasing excellence, but accidentally killing essence. They're standing over the work like, be great, be special, be undeniable, instead of sitting with the work like, let's see what happens. That's a huge difference. One posture is tense and the other one is open. One is trying to impress and the other is trying to express. And expression ages better than impression every time, I promise you. So another thing I've been realizing, some of us don't actually need to level up. Hear me out. We need to relax back into ourselves. We don't need more techniques. We don't need more tools. We don't need more rebrands. We need more permission. Permission to make more simple stuff again. Permission to make quiet stuff again. Permission to make the stuff that isn't trying to be a moment. Because sometimes what people call mid isn't mid. Sometimes it's just subtle. Sometimes it's just honest. Sometimes it's just not yelling. And that doesn't make it weak. It just means it's not performing. So if something you're making feels mid, before you assume you washed, before you assume you fell off, ask yourself, am I forcing this? Am I hovering too hard? Am I giving myself room to be surprised? Because usually The more you chase a moment, the more it runs, yo. The more you relax in the process, the more moments sneak up on you. So I'll end it like this. Greatness isn't loud all the time. Greatness isn't always obvious. Sometimes greatness feels boring. Sometimes it feels small. Sometimes it feels unfinished. And that doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means something deeper is building. So if you're in a season where things feel quiet or average, don't rush to label yourself. You might not be mid. You might be integrating. You might be recalibrating. You might be shedding performance. Ease doesn't mean you don't care. Ease means you're working within yourself instead of against yourself. And that usually creates what lasts. Appreciate y'all for listening. You're not built for chasing lightning. You're designed for weathering time. The Gold Giraffe. Peace.